Hi guys, Will Terry here, and I haven't made a video in about 3 weeks, and we were on vacation last week and thought I'd jump in here and tell you what is new with my video series, how I'm going to make $50,000 on this children's book series, Pickleball Paul. I'm going to jump to it. This video, we're going to talk about why it's so important to pick a niche for your children's book and why that is, for marketing, is going to be one of the most important things that you do. This is video number 31 in this playlist. And for those of you who are new to my channel, I just want you to check out and see who the heck is Will Terry. I taught illustration and children's book illustration for 9 years at UVU. I have illustrated over 30 children's books for publishers like Penguin Random House and Scholastic. I'm a co-host on the wildly popular 3-Point Perspective podcast. I'm a co-owner at svslearn.com, which is a self-paced online children's book illustration, comic book illustration learning platform. My current love project is this children's book, Pickleball Paul, and you can find out more at pickleball-paul.com. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys something. You know, if you haven't been following this series, go back and if you're interested, watch some of the first, well, you might even want to watch the whole series. But I'm going start to finish on how to start a children's book series and how to get it popular and to make some money with it. So one of the things I had on my list that I had gotten around to about a month ago was to look up the pickleball magazines. And let me just go here and show you, like, there's different pickleball magazines. And like for your niche, there's going to be probably magazines. Some of them are going to be online only. Some of them actually come in print form. This one actually comes in print form as well as online. And you can check out and what they have. Everybody calls it something different, and some don't have it at all. But on this site, it's called Pitches. You can see right here. And what they're talking about is actually, people actually making a pitch for an article. They're always looking for new content to put in their magazines and in their online magazines and stuff. And so they have, this one has short takes and features and stuff, and they have an email address that they give you specifications on how many words, and you can go and submit to their email address. I have not heard back from In Pickleball, but I did hear back from USA Pickleball, and they did a feature on us. So what I did was I wrote them a short. And they were, USA Pickleball is the premier organization. They run all the tournaments and everything. And so they have their pickleball magazine is online. They also have a physical copy of it. And so this is like the website. You have to join this if you're going to go into a tournament. You've got to become a member. And so anyway, I was on the front page for a week. And then now I'm at the bottom. Let me see if I'm still in stories. I think you have to scroll. But anyway, I'm archived on the site. So I had my limelight already while we were on vacation. And they did a whole write-up. They had an author or writer contact me and interview me over the phone. And then she wrote a pretty good article. It's done really well. And I can tell you that if you do, if you did a counting book or a bedtime book or an alphabet book, any kind of just a generic book, a children's book on love, or, you're going to have a hard time getting any kind of recognition like this because, there's a gazillion of other people doing the exact same thing. The reason these guys carried me is because there's really only 4 or 5 pickleball children's books, and most of them are just done by people who haven't studied. I mean, there's a couple that are really bad. I got to read them, and they're people that don't know how to write. They're people that are, have an agenda. One of the books is like 2,000 words, and a children's book should be no more than 300 to 600 at the most words. Their book had about 2,000 words in it. Little kids are not going to sit for a book like that. And it was like a history of pickleball or something for children, and little kids are just not going to. You just can't do it that way. You've got to edit it down. So really, I in this niche, I just don't have competition. So when you do something, then it's easier to get recognition. I'm going to keep trying on some of the others, but let's see what that did to my sales on Amazon. So I'm going to come here to Kindle Direct Publishing. Again, I'm sharing all of my stats. At the end of each month, I do an update on how much I've spent versus how much I've made. And I will be including that next week in next week's video, even though the month is going to be over in a few days, but that'll fall under next week's video. So check in for that one. So you'll also notice I have my second book here. I was a little freaked out. I was like, why is the proportions so different on these books? And it turns out that this one is because they put the Kindle book because I uploaded Kindle first. I think they took the cover for that, but that's fine. Kindle has different proportions. It's taller and narrower. And only I see that. And when you go in the, you go on Amazon, you can see the different books. I did not do a Kindle book on the second book, which actually I haven't announced yet. So those of you who are watching, you didn't miss a video, but yeah, it's coming out now. The reason I launched this one, okay, I'm being very transparent with you guys on YouTube, but on Facebook and Instagram, I'm announcing things as for the benefit of marketing. Okay, but for you guys, because I'm giving this as a how-to self-publish your children's book, I wanted to, I just kind of bring you in on what's going on behind the scenes. And because of that article, I wanted to launch this book earlier than I had planned so that I could benefit from people going to my website. And we ended up getting a third of the sales we got on Amazon. So most people are price conscious. I had my link in this article somewhere in here. It links to my website right here. And so if you're reading the article, you can get to my website. I think a lot of people either didn't read it or just looked at the title, maybe skimmed and went directly to Amazon, because we got way more sales this time. Normally we would get for every 2 sales we get on Amazon, I get a hardback sale, and so for those of you who haven't been joining, I'm doing the softbacks on, this is what Amazon prints on demand. And this is the hardbacks that we got printed, that we have here behind me in the boxes. And so we're getting, on this one, we got 3 times the sales on Amazon. So I'll just show you that really quick. You can head out to my reports. And this is the spike for when that article launched. We were on the front page for about 5 days, and then it stayed on the site, and so we're still higher over here than we were before, and I'm attributing that because that article is still live right now. Maybe some friends are telling friends they're getting their books, and they're showing friends, and then maybe they're going, and so that'll run its course. So you got to keep doing things. But if I look at my royalties estimator, so that's the spike for this month. And we got, so you can, also you can see that I'm getting, sales on the second book. And so all that second book pretty much came from that article that got it launched. And now it shows up. I guess I should go out to Amazon too. So when I do a search for children's, pickleball children's books, just generically here, I'm getting that my results are, the first one is a sponsored, the second one's a sponsored, and then I'm the first one with Pickleball Paul, and the second one with the Missing Paddle book. And then there's this pickleball book right here, just to give you a sense of what's out there, what I'm competing with. And then there's this one right here, and this one, and that's about it. I don't think there's any others. Oh, there's this one right here, yeah, and this one. Yep, that's right. So I think that's all there are. Bend Your Knees, Louise, and that's a funny one because it's the grandma yelling at the kid the whole time of what to do, and it's like how to play pickleball. But I don't think kids are going to be interested in that. They need a story. In order to keep kids on your lap, you need a story. I don't think any of those have stories, so that's why I quickly moved up. You're also seeing these this ranking information. That's coming from the class that I took. It's a tool that's actually a plug-in to the browser here, and it gives me extra data. I took this Amazon class, and if anybody wants the link to that, I can send you to them because I'm on part of their affiliate program, and I'll just go ahead and do that and send it to you if you email me at will@willterry.com. But a really good class, really good information. Highly recommend it. Has really helped me make my metadata more efficient, and yeah, so I think that it's definitely worth it. I haven't even tried some of the advertising techniques that they show in that class yet, but I'm going to be doing that as well. So back to the royalties, just to give you an update on where we are. If I hit lifetime now, you can see this is our best month so far. So I started last January and February, and then started really marketing in April. And then, because of my time is spread between working for SVS, learn.com, and doing this kind of stuff and my freelance work, there are large swaths of time where I really can't dedicate to pushing the book. So I feel like that's going to happen where, I'm going to do some things, and it's going to create some buzz and some selling, and then it'll kind of go back down, and then it'll go back up again. And over time, I'm hoping to go way up. And, and looking at having 2 books there, I really can't wait to have my 3rd one. Hopefully I get to keep doing it, and I'm making enough money to do the 4th, 5th, and 6th. And I'm just loving working with these characters. It's so much easier. I talked about this in another video. It's so much easier to work on a series than it is one-off books, because with the series, you already know the characters, you know their motivations. It's easier to write for them, but also it's easier to actually, for the illustration part, to grab characters you've already drawn, move them into your layout. And I'm working digitally. I'm working in Procreate on the iPad and in Photoshop. But I can grab characters from the old manuscript, bring them in, modify them, change the facial features a little bit, and it makes it illustrating so much quicker. So I can move really fast in a series, a lot more faster than I can doing one-offs. So that's about it, you guys, for this week. Just having fun with this and learning a lot about Amazon, and learning a lot about, getting books out there. And I can't wait for my sales guy to come back from the summer. He'll be back in about a month. I'll give him new books. He's going to the biggest tournament of the year, which is in St. George, Utah, that he goes to. And it's massive, and it's 2 weeks long. And there's thousands of people that'll be at that tournament. So we're really excited to have. We should have the 2nd book coming out of China, and should be delivered here before he has to go to that tournament in October. Fingers crossed. So that's where I am this week. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the content that I'm giving you, please give me a like and maybe subscribe. And it helps me to keep doing this. I'm not making a whole lot of money off of my channel. Part of the reason for that is I don't post enough, but I'm so busy that I just basically use YouTube as a, as when I have time, I put content up. I try not to put videos out that are worthless that you've seen before either. I try to show you new things and stuff. So, yeah, just if you like it, give me a like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.